Hello, welcome to the Citrus Garden. If you're new here, my name is Christina. If you're not new here, hi, welcome back. It's great to see you. This is a reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or if you have any other significant Scorpio placements, there might be a message in here for you. So happy birthday if you are a Scorpio Sun. I've been looking forward to your reading since yesterday, Scorpio. The way that I do my readings is that I go through different rounds, and each round the order sort of changes. So after I knew Gemini was next when I did yesterday's reading, but I didn't know that Scorpio was next because of the way that I arrange it. But I was like, I can't wait to do Scorpio's reading. I feel like I want to do a Scorpio reading. That's what I felt yesterday. So when I saw that Scorpio was next on the list, it was making me really excited. So for you, Scorpio, I'm getting this very interesting image to start off. I saw this video on, I think it was on Instagram, and I feel like it probably went viral, but I only saw it recently. So and I don't know the context of it or anything. I just saw this short little clip of this little boy who was on a safari thing. He was in a little golf cart thing that they do in safaris, I guess. Surrounded by other people, right? The people that he was with, sitting in sort of this golf cart in the front seat, and there's a cheetah directly in front of him, this close, probably this close to his face, just sitting there watching him. And you can hear the guide or whoever it is saying just stay still, stay calm, don't make any moves, that kind of thing. And the boy stares back at the cheetah unflinching, and then the cheetah eventually licks the boy's face, and then it sort of goes off. And that was the clip that I was getting for you, Scorpio. And for you, take it how it resonates. This could be you or this could be the other, but I'm going to read it in the way that I was receiving it for you, but just flip it if that resonates better. Where I'm seeing you as the cheetah in this video. And there's somebody that you are engaged with in whatever way, and they're staring back at you unflinchingly, which I feel like is very actually exciting for you in some way, Scorpio, because the way that it was coming through is that a very Scorpio type of energy is that Scorpios can be very intense. There's a lot of mystery, very powerful, very attractive as well. But there is also, because you're ruled by Pluto and Mars, this feeling of fear that can come with that, or intense energy, right? And I feel like for Scorpio, I feel like Scorpios get this sort of well, it depends on the group. I love Scorpio energy, but it hasn't always been easy, just because I feel like Scorpio energy brings up a lot of fear. I feel like the realm that Scorpio energy rules over is the subconscious, right? I don't know if that's true, but that's sort of how I think of it. Deep, deep water. The darkest realm is sort of where you feel comfortable. And so there is this sort of intensity or fear that other people may feel when you're in their presence, Scorpio, as if you were staring down a cheetah, right? It's kind of coming through like that. I hope I'm not offending anyone. It's meant to be admirable, or a quality in yourself that maybe you are not seeing, or maybe you are fully aware of this. I don't know. It just depends on where you are in your journey. And I feel like there's this feeling, though, Scorpio, which can feel very isolating when you are in that position of feeling like other people misunderstand you, or other people seem to be afraid of you, or There's like, they can't read you as well as you can read others. And I also think there's something about you, Scorpio, where maybe part of your gifts might include being able to see other people's fear really clearly. Like, it's like it was coming through to me a little bit more like comically, where it's like, let's say you first meet someone and like within the first like minute of you meeting them, they like tell you all these like dark, deep fears that they have, perhaps even like without prompting. Like, that's how it's coming through. Like, there's this energy here where it's like, or even if it's like they don't say anything, you have a sense of it already. It's like you are, I don't want to say it like that. I feel like it's like you are very highly tuned to other people's subconscious energies. That's how it's coming through. So of course that includes fear. It also includes desire, and their wants, or like things that they want but maybe feel they can't have. Like, it's coming through like all of this like very Scorpio type energy. The mystery, taboo is also included in that as well. So anyways, but what I'm getting here for you, Scorpio, is that in the past, there may have been experiences where, like, let's say you've in the past, maybe you didn't know that this was a gift that you had, and it is a gift, Scorpio, or that you were still learning how to navigate this aspect of you, or that kind of thing. And it maybe resulted in experiences where there was separation or isolation because of this. And that could also come through as being like learned patterns of behavior. Like, maybe because of the pain caused from the isolation, the trauma, maybe you learn to hide this part of you away. It could also have to do with like truth telling, right? Like, especially with fear and things like that. Like, truth telling can be part of that. Like, because I'm kind of also like, the energy that I'm getting for you is like the cheetah, but also the lamb in this deck. And then you have black egg at the bottom of the deck, which also talks about truth. Like, just like how the lamb card comes in with this message of someone who just is innocent and speaks the truth, and like doesn't always know what it is that they're saying, but it's like a profound truth. Like, that's how it's coming through for you, Scorpio. Like, this aspect of yourself where maybe you didn't know the impact that you were having, or that kind of thing. But because of that innocence, let's say, you didn't understand why there was a negative reaction or that kind of thing. And it's maybe because you were mirroring somebody's fears back at them. And I feel like this is also coming through as being like, maybe you've learned to hide this part of you. And I feel like there's somebody here. So maybe you're dealing with another Scorpio. Doesn't have to be, though. I'm actually kind of getting more fixed signs energy, like Leo, Taurus, Aquarius. Because it's like the energy that's coming from them is like they're standing firm. They're not backing down in the best way possible. In like a way where it's like they are not running. They're not, even if they are afraid, it's like they're facing it. They're not running from their fears, which is very attractive, very admirable, and I feel like is very also exciting to you, Scorpio, because it's like you're being met by someone who can meet you at the depth that you are at. Because this person is facing their fears, is how it's coming through. And that I feel like maybe meeting you has somehow brought to the surface. Like, I feel like maybe you've brought somebody's fears to the surface, or you are going through that process at the moment of like working through your fears. But I'm getting a very strong energy here where this person is not flinching away from you. They may be afraid, but they're not showing it. Or they're facing it, or they're being very brave. And I feel like it's also transforming and changing something within you, because it's coming through this like feeling of you don't have to hide this part of you. Because I feel like there might have been something with you where it's like you felt you had to hide it to not scare other people or that kind of thing. I'm making light of it, but like it's that could be a really deep-seated fear that you have, like not wanting to scare people with your intensity or like that kind of thing. And it's like there is someone here who has seen this part of you and is not flinching. They're not afraid of it, or if they are, they're facing it. Because I feel like it's not anything to be afraid of. And I feel like maybe there's a bit of a vibration here for you where you might even feel fear about this part. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that is enough explanation. And I'm going to start pulling cards for you. We're using the Starcodes Astro today. Opposition. Confrontation. Okay. But I'm getting this in a good way, Scorpio. Maybe it's Taurus, because Taurus is the opposite from you. So maybe they have strong Taurus energy. Doesn't have to be though. But what I'm getting here is actually like, I don't think this is a bad thing, even though it says confrontation, but it's like this person is meeting you is how it's coming through. Like, it's like this person, it doesn't, well, there might be a little bit of butting heads. You are ruled by Mars. So there might be a bit of that, but I feel like it's very welcome, Scorpio. It's like, I'm not seeing it like this. I'm seeing it like this. Like, it's like, they're a match to you in whatever way. I feel like maybe you haven't had that before. In whatever area of your life this is, right? It doesn't have to be romantic or sexual. It could be friendship. It could be business, right? It's like they're equal to you in whatever way. They're a match to you. They're able to stand firm before you is how it's coming through in a very positive way. So they may have, it doesn't have, I don't know, maybe you want to watch the last Taurus reading just because that is the sign that is opposite to you. Because to me, it's almost looking like, I know that this is how the males would fight over territory, but I'm not seeing it like that. The way I'm actually seeing it is that these two are like bowing to each other is kind of how it's going through, which is interesting. And I feel like there's something like being created by the mix of your energies. It does feel like a bowing to one another. Like, out of respect is how it's coming through. Interesting. There is this like deep sense of like calm and stillness with this Scorpio, and it's wanting to also come through with this reminder for you. To manage your own fears as well, because there may be fear about like how this might end up, and it's really wanting you to focus sort of on the present. Don't look too far ahead is how it's feeling, because that's sort of when anxiety can settle in. So be present where you are. I feel like it's a very positive outcome, but okay, we have the fox and the fire ant. Very interesting, because the fox is very interesting. Okay, the fox is a partner. in this deck. They're a very loyal partner. Hold on, let's read what the fox says. Yeah, smart, strong partner or mate, and wise teacher. The fox is an enchanting creature with plenty of mystique to go around. Fox personalities are skillful in business and also make great teachers. They are quick to learn and adapt well to new situations. Foxes are ideal life partners as they commit to relationships for the long term, and their natural charisma keeps things exciting. Fox energy helps us stay true to those most dear to us. When this card appears, reconnect to those you love. Foxes don't do well when they slip away. Okay. Yeah, interesting though that it's coming out with the fire ant, because the way that it came out was the fire ant was in front of the fox. The fire ant to me talks about today it's coming through as a wound. Sometimes it comes through with a wound. Where it's like something that causes irritation within yourself, or I'm gonna get more cards on that. So maybe this person that you're connected with is dealing with some sort of situation that is fiery in whatever way. Like it's like aggression is an energy that comes through with this fire ant. Like what is that? Can I get one more card from the animals? Okay, interesting. Golden egg and hyena. Okay. So the golden egg talks about the heart chakra. It also talks about stillness and peace. And like knowing, like listening to your heart really is what's coming through here. Like through stillness, through connection. It also brings in for me this energy of safety and like being in the right environment to be able to hear the messages that your heart is telling you. And I feel like maybe this fox energy, like this partner, is maybe in an environment where they, or in whatever way, there's a hyena. Sorry, there's a lot of messages coming through, but it's like, I'm trying to be careful. That, like, I feel like that's part of what the fox energy is in for you, Scorpio. Like, there's something that this fox is being very cautious about, is how it's feeling, because of the hyena, who I feel like is trying to get at this golden egg. That's how it's coming through. Like, it's like there's a hyena that's trying to get the golden egg. The hyena is this energy of someone who uses sort of like humor or like lightness in order to hide something that they're truly feeling. Like, it comes in with the energy of the comic in reverse in the Archetypes deck, where it's like they use humor in a way to like put other people down, or like that kind of thing. Or just in a way that hides or deceives the truth. So I feel like there is something here where which is so interesting, because I feel like the fox gets this certain archetypes of the fox can be deceitful, right? Like I feel like there's something like that happening, which is interesting. But it's more like, it's very interesting the way these cards are coming out, where I feel like the fox is trying to be very cautious around a hyena, because these energies are looking very, like, almost like, opponents or enemies. Like, I don't know. And it's also kind of coming through with being like, I feel like the fox is maybe like whoever this person is that you're connected. This could even be you, Scorpio. Just take it how it resonates. I'm just going to explain it the way that's easiest for me. Where the fox might be in a situation where they're maybe attracting negative attention is how it's coming through. Because there's something about a situation where, like an environment maybe, where the hyena is trying to get the golden egg, which absolutely belongs to whoever this person is, like the fox, belongs to the fox. Needle and thread. I love this card. It's one of my favorite cards in this deck. A sincere wish will be granted. Okay. Dog. You are protected by a powerful friend. Protection from a powerful friend. There may also be this situation here, Scorpio, for you, where maybe somebody's wound is not listening to their heart, with the hyena especially, like, because it's almost feeling like okay, I'm getting this message with the fire ant of in Harry Potter, the second book, where Hagrid gets arrested for like something that he didn't do, and before he gets carted off, he tells Harry and Ron to follow the spiders. That's what this is coming through with, to follow the spiders. And so they do that. They go into the Forbidden Forest and they follow the spiders. Even though spiders are Ron's greatest fear. Like, he's terrified of spiders. But they need to go into the forest to like talk to Aragog in order to figure out what it is that Hagrid, like, in order to clear Hagrid's name, basically. And to figure out like what is actually causing all the events that were happening in the school. And so I'm kind of getting this energy for you where, like, for the fox is how it's coming through. So this could be you, or this could be a person that you're dealing with, like your partner, or if it's not romantic in that way, it could be a friend or whatever. This person that you're connected with is being told to follow the spiders, like to face their fear in something. It doesn't have to be related to you, but it feels kind of like, it's like, I actually feel like they may be afraid of this hyena energy, which is interesting. The hyena, it's almost like, okay, it's almost like the hyena has it's coming through with like capture the flag. Like they have this flag that actually belongs to the fox, right? Because all this gold color, that's clearly the fox's. It belongs to the fox, but the fox doesn't want to go into the forest because of, I don't know, like maybe not wanting to disrupt something, maybe not wanting to cause a scene, maybe it's fear, right? Like whatever it is, but it's like this energy needs to go through that. It needs to follow the spider, so to speak, to follow the fear is actually how it's feeling in order to get this golden egg. And the golden egg could be some sort of wisdom that's coming from the heart. But I feel like there's a hyena energy around that is making it uncomfortable, or is almost coming through as like a shadow aspect. So I don't know if it's like this person's shadow is the hyena, or that there's another person that is sort of mirroring that part of them back to them or something like that. But anyways, these two cards to start off are like really positive energies to have in this sort of difficult situation, because it's saying a sincere wish will be granted and you have protection from a powerful friend. So I don't know if it could also be, Scorpio, that you are being asked to do this. I feel like there's like a lot of significant like mirroring energy that's happening between you and this person. Gavel, involvement with the law. Interesting. And that's coming out under the fire ant. With the fire ant, I feel like it's something like attracting negative attention. Like, or like maybe this person has been like falsely accused of something. With the gavel in whatever way, but then you have happiness coming out underneath the golden egg, right? Like it's like your happiness, what your heart truly desires. And the hyena. Scales. Keep your life in balance, which is interesting. And involvement with the law. So maybe there is something about you have broken bridge and then teapot that wanted to come out. You have broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. That's coming out on the gavel and the fire ant. November. Whenever I see this card, I think of V for Vendetta. I feel like it kind of feels like somebody, like your fox friend is dealing with so it could have something to do with the law, but it doesn't have to be that necessarily. There could be something about I don't know, whatever it is, it feels like, anyways, I feel like this hyena energy might even be somebody with a vendetta, is how it's coming through. Interesting. Okay, what's this broken bridge? Okay. Rainbow, the most difficult part of a situation is over. Well, that's good news. I do think that the most difficult part of something is over. you do have a sincere wish will be granted, but I feel like it's something, pay attention to your work with the desk card, and you have Virgo at the bottom of the deck, and then Scorpio underneath that, and Gemini. These are all at the bottom of the deck, so these signs may be significant. You have Virgo and Gemini. Gemini was yesterday's reading. But Virgo is also coming through with like 6th house energy, which is also coming through with work and enemies, which I learned recently from Balmy Spirit, and also well-being, right? Like habits, routines, things like that. It almost feels like, because you have the rainbow, the most difficult part of a situation is over. It's like, I'm almost seeing this as being like the verdict, if you want to call it that. Perhaps this person is dealing with a court case in some way. It doesn't have to be that exactly, or if it's not that exactly, it's more like something where, there was opposition or conflict and there were consequences to that or whatever, where maybe your person was like wrongly accused of something. It's really wanting to come through like that, because somebody had a vendetta against them. I don't know, this is like very specific for someone, Scorpio, and I feel like it's not literal in most cases, but anyways, and I feel like they have won. That is how it's coming through. Like, there's something here where the fire ant is coming through as being unsuccessful, where, especially if it's something like they were falsely accused of something, that false accusation was unsuccessful, right? That's how it's coming through. So it's almost like, because I feel like, though, there's something here where it's like the fox, because these cards came out together, the fox is still dealing with sort of the cleanup of it. That's how it's feeling, but it's like the hardest part is over. The verdict or whatever has gone through, and it's kind of like now it's time for the cleanup of it, or whatever it is, like wrapping up the loose ends. Yeah, you have butterfly at the bottom of the animal deck, which is talking to me about a transformation, right? Like the hardest part of whatever the situation is over. This is just the cleaning up process, or it's kind of like the part where it's like, okay, now the I don't know if there's something about compensation that's coming through with this, where it's like your person is receiving what it is that they're owed, or like that kind of energy, but that part might take a bit of time. Like, it is feeling kind of like they have yet to receive the golden egg, is how it's coming through. Whatever that represents, they have yet to receive the positive outcome of this court case, for example, right? Like, they have yet to receive it, but they're about to. They're going to. It's assured. It just takes a bit of time. That's how it's coming through. Yeah, okay. You have the Mystic and Apocalypsis. Okay, the Mystic talks about alchemy and transforming something, of taking the poison and transmuting it into light. I feel like that is part of your gift, Scorpio, but also of, like, I don't know, it feels, so maybe you are the fox. For some reason, it's wanting to come through as being like a situation that you're seeing, but just take it how it resonates, because I feel like maybe on some level this situation is mirrored. Like, okay. Okay, just leave it like that. Like, it's mirrored. Somehow you might be going through something that your person is also going through, or this other person, whoever they are, a friend even, with the dog coming out. It's like there's something here where something has been decided, and But I feel like up until this point, maybe Scorpio, you haven't been fully aware of that yet. It's like you are about to become aware of it with the apocalypsis, because this card talks about removal of the veil, that something has been hidden. Something has been decided even. I feel like maybe you are not aware of that, or like there's been something that's been hidden. It's just how it's coming through. Something has been decided in your favor is also what's coming through. It's almost like the hyena tried to take something that was very clearly yours, is how it's feeling, or that belongs to your friend, the fox, right? Like that's how it's coming through. Like that, it's like the hyena tried to take something that belonged to the fox. So there had to be this whole process of the like the hyena even almost saying like, well, that was mine to begin with, or the fox took this from me, or like that kind of thing. False accusations that were unsuccessful. That's how it's feeling, which is good news for you, of course. But that there's also something here about removal of the veil, because I feel like there's something about this situation that was hidden from you. What was hidden from Scorpio? The thread and gnosis. Some sort of knowledge. And you have Anima Mundi at the bottom of the deck, which is this energy of accepting all, rejecting none. It's also the World card in this deck, and it to me also represents the solar plexus. Okay, the thread. The path, the vein, and the circuit. Life is a tangle. So much happens simultaneously and circuitously, leaving us grappling for meaning and direction in a network of distractions. When we connect to the energy of the thread, however, we strike the deepest vein in the body. Our whole being responds to its tug. Meaning is pumped through our bloodstream. Our mind and spirits are lifted. We remember who we are and what we came into this world to do. Though this happens on the most profound level, it could be the simplest incident that activates the thread. A song, an image, a conversation heard in passing. No matter how confusing and multi-layered our modern lives become, if we are connected to the thread, we are free. Being tethered to it is the only anchor our heart requires. Okay. I feel like there's something here. You may think you have to find the thread and pull it. Imagine, though, that it's already tied around you, waiting for you to follow it home. Okay, recall a moment in your life when you felt fully alive. The thread is waiting for you amid the details of that memory. Okay, Scorpio, I feel like there's something here that it's like once you start pulling on this thread, or once you start following this thread, a whole bunch of information is going to come through for you. And like, especially with the gnosis, right? It's like this card represents sort of like the pursuit of knowledge and understanding, and also knowing that we can't understand everything. But I feel like it's something about like asking the right questions. I feel like on some level, intuitively, you already know, but it's like you have to like fill in the details is how it's feeling. And yeah, what's coming through is like asking the right questions, because I feel like there's something here where it's like when I was shuffling these cards, it took a while for the cards to come out, but it's like once I asked, what does Scorpio need to know, or what is unknown to Scorpio? What is Scorpio not seeing? What's hidden? That's when the cards came out, like almost immediately after I asked the question, which is like, I feel like there's something like that. It's like when you ask the right questions, or when you start following the right clues, it has something to do with the hyena. Like, what is the hyena hiding? Or what has who is the hyena even in your life, or in this person's life? That's when the answers start coming through for you. Perhaps intuitively, but I do feel like, especially with the with the mystic and apocalypsis, it does feel like intuitively, like maybe you'll start having dreams about this, or you watch a reading and the answers come through for you. Like, it's kind of like once you start, like this thread is already tied to you. It's kind of just like you have to just follow it. But I feel like in some way there may be fear attached to that, right? Like there's something about, like, wherever this thread is leading you feels like there's fear. Like it's leading you into like the unknown, or whatever it is, or leading you into a place where literally the clues are triggering fear, maybe. Like, it's like Hagrid telling Ron to follow the spiders. It's like, that's the last thing I want to do. Like, that's how it's coming through. But that's where the answers are. That's where you need to go in order for you to gain the happiness. Is like, I feel like there's something about this hyena that feels almost like a shadow aspect of you, maybe. And it's like, I don't want to look at that. But that's where you need to look in order to get the answers. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. You do have protection, though, Scorpio. Just as a reminder, you have protection, and you have a sincere wish that will be granted. And the hardest part of the situation is over. It's kind of just like, this is like the cleanup part. The cleanup, I don't know, it's like the jury has come back, and all of, like, the only thing left is like to like read out the verdict. Like, that's how it's feeling. Or it's like, I don't know, I feel like even the verdict has been decided already, but now it's like time to pay the consequences for someone. I don't know who that is. That's the thing, though. Who is the hyena? I feel like that's part of what you're being asked to investigate, Scorpio. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. If this reading resonated with you, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.